Why are you trying to tell me to subscribe to my own channel, Twitch? What is going on here? Oh, there we go. Don't show again. Yeah, I don't care. Don't show that again, because that's stupid. Don't tell me to subscribe to my own channel. It's my channel. Morons. Hey, Zeke, welcome in. Welcome in. How you doing today? Yeah, we're actually doing a stream now. Sorry about not being there Monday, but hey, hopefully I didn't mess up your I didn't mess up your day schedule too badly today. Not at all? Good, good, good. Alright. Now let me... Oh yeah, close down this other stuff. Alright, and then, yeah, just make the announcement. Yeah. This almost didn't happen. I was wondering if we weren't going to get any more roof work done, but they haven't made any noise in the last 30 minutes, so I figured it was safe. But yeah. Oh man. With that being said, we can actually have a stream tonight. I am ready to get back to my own stuff, because you know, since I know I said I was done with judging, but it turns out I still wanted to do a little bit more, so I've actually been writing up actual reviews for these games that I played. Because, you know, since I don't really have a VOD for all these games, I was like, you know what, I could probably give them some kind of feedback. So I've been going through and I've been writing reviews for all the games I've been playing up until this point. It's been interesting, recounting the trials and tribulations that I had gone through. And yeah, as I go back and I think back on the games that I was working on, I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, my opinions have not really changed. Which was nice, because sometimes I have this weird habit of overthinking things, and I'm like, oh, actually, wait, there may be something more to this than I first thought. But then I go back and I'm like, nope, we're good. So, yeah. I could probably post these at any point, but I want to get everything written first. And then once round 2 actually starts, then I'm going to put my focus back on that. So once I'm pretty much done with writing all these reviews, then I can start posting them, but yeah, not before. Okay, so, oh right. Oh yeah, thank you, Zeke. There's the pseudo Ozzy. I am here. Alright, let me just go ahead and make the post all over the place. Actually, well, hang on. Let me finish up the app first. Yeah, there we go. So, so this is going to be interesting, because I'm kind of running low on the games that I want to highlight. Because... well, once we get on to round 2, it's gonna be back on the grindstone, right? So once I get back onto that, or rather, if we haven't started round 2 officially yet, I'm wondering if we might want to take a break and then just like try something different, just for like one stream. Because you know, I actually finished up Pirate Yakuza, and I was putting off the sub stories because I was like, you know what, maybe we want to do those on stream. Because the sub-stories are just always the most fun of any Yakuza game for me. But I don't know if that would be something you guys would want to see or what. Just like one little break in between the judging sessions. But yeah, that may happen Friday, depending on which games I wanted to look at. Yeah. The boy is free? Not quite. Not quite, John Erico. But yeah, close enough for right now. I'm just waiting for the other judges to finish up. And then once we do that, then we can get the best scores, and then we'll move on from there. But yeah, for right now, I figured, you know, I've done my part, so while we wait for everybody else to finish up, in the time that I've been writing these reviews, I'm like, you know what? Maybe we can just relax and then just like have some fun with Yakuza. Because I wanted to finish that one up because I've got Expedition 33 downloaded. And I really want to get to that, especially because everybody was like, will not shut up about it. They're like, hey, yo, this is good. Like, I've got people that I haven't talked to in a long time suddenly message me out of nowhere being like, hey, Nova, go play Expedition 33. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. So, I've never once been persuaded by bullying online, right? So, I just need to know that I'm going to play Expedition 33 because I want to play it. Yeah. But how you doing, John Erico? Oh yeah, and we have to get back to the creative workshop as well. Oh man, we are waiting for there's so much to catch up on. You know, I can probably do this for like a whole week and still maybe have a chance of catching up. I'm doing all right. Hope you are too. I'm tired. I've been catching up on a lot of sleep since finishing up my judging, but I'm still kind of out of it, and I'm ready to get back in. I'm ready for round 2. But yeah. Hello, hey Looney, welcome in. How you doing? How you doing today? But yeah, there have been some real gems in these games, and there have also been games that, I'm actually kind of surprised that there were a lot of games made by people that have not made a game before. A lot of first-time games. I know I made like 2 highlight sessions a day ago. I know that they were the theme behind those was like brand new developers, but there's actually more than that. Far more games that were made as a first-time dev. I can't remember how many of them I highlighted here, but I know that there were some that I think are worth looking at. I had a bad day at work. I'm ready to hear some scathing critiques. Why am I your outlet for aggression? Have you tried yoga instead? Just like sit back and just relax and bend your spine to like 1 millimeter away from breaking it. The relaxing stuff that yoga is supposed to be all about. All the other streamers are not sufficiently annoyed. What? I thought being angry on the internet was a common thing. Or maybe I'm just thinking back to angry video game nerd days. Okay, quick age check. How many of you even know who I'm talking about for when I say angry video game nerd? I need to know. I need to know what kind of audience I've got here. Camel clutch whoever pissed you off. Yeah. I do because I'm old. I'm 42. Nice. Good stuff. IAVGN. Hey Kevin, welcome in. How you doing? Heard of him, never watched him? Oh, really? That's kind of surprising. But yeah, AVGN was like the OG of online internet reviewers. Right? Like he was there at the beginning of like the YouTube online like performative reviews. So you can thank and or blame him for the state of media being the way that it is. Because yeah, he was definitely a pioneer, which I respect. I remember laughing my ass off in like a whole bunch of times when I was a kid. Just watching his stuff. AVGN and the Nostalgia Critic. Yeah. And I can feel my bones creaking with all this reminiscing about the past. You may or may not have surprise May 23rd. Lol. May 23rd? What's happening on the 23rd? Well, I mean, I guess if you told me, it wouldn't be much of a surprise now, would it? Alright, fair enough. But yeah. On old men screaming and pretending to shoot things with guns. That's what we call entertainment in our day. Oh yeah. Bow, bow, pow, 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 bow. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that clip. That is your next schedule, correct? Yes, that is when my next stream is going to be. But yeah. I don't know if there's a pro tip or not, but I don't know if you should really be the most reliable person at your workplace, to be honest. Because that's what caused me to lose my Monday stream. Because it was 5 o'clock, right? I just logged off my computer. And then I get, like 10 minutes later, I get a call from my boss. Or not my boss anymore, my old boss. He was like, hey Nova, so listen. I know, so like our application just deployed some changes out in production. Do you mind just logging in real quick and then just checking the logs? And I'm like, dude, what part of work-life balance do you need explained to you? So, like the good boy that I am, I went and logged back on. And I was like, all right, fine. And I just went and I checked it out. And I was asked to join a Teams group, which in hindsight should have been red flag number 2. And they were like, yeah, Nova, so can you check the logs? And I'm like, okay, logs look good. Here are the number of passes. Here are the number of fails. Here are the number of gray areas. And then they're like, okay, so since we have you here, or like, what was it? What was it that I said? Since you're here anyway. Yeah, since you're here already, why don't you just... They're like, why don't you just hang around? And then we need to deploy another change. And then, yeah, you just let me know what you have to say. I'm like, are you for real? Why are you doing this outside of office hours? You work in IT too? Yep, I am a software engineer. I won't tell you where I work at, obviously, but yeah, I am. It is a big corpo. That much I can say. And because I am the only one that really knows that application, because literally everybody else that I have ever trained and has ever worked on this application has left. I'm guessing because they got scared off. Yeah, they're like, okay, well, Nova, we need you to check this out. I've become the face of that application, which, you know, on one hand, job security. You know, on the other hand, my life is, you know, somebody else's plaything. What I should have done is just like spontaneously break my hip and then be like, oh, nope, sorry, can't do that. I have to go to the hospital. Yeah. Job security versus shortened life expectancy from stress. So you know what the best thing is? One skill that you learn very quickly when you're in the situation that I'm in. You learn how to let go of things beyond your control. So when people keep coming to me and they're like, Nova, your application can do this, right? And I can just say, no, it's not. And they're like, well, can you go and talk to the other person? I'm like, no, this is your project. You go and head it. I'm not going to be your messenger boy for you. And more often than not, they're okay with that. Because I already get yelled at by everybody. Because I drew this diagram once, well, more than once on stream, but let me just go ahead and do it again. Just for all the new people in here. Just so y'all can understand what I'm going through. So. Yeah, so this is, let's use periods for recommendation. Right. This is me. Right. This is my application. Now, my application talks to about, you know what? Probably better if I use this one. Yeah. Has, this is just an approximate, like this many clients, this many front-end applications. and this many back-end applications. And the scary part is, now that I'm counting these dots, I don't think I'm exaggerating that much. So rather than talk to these front-end and back-end applications directly talking to each other, that's actually not what's going on. What happens is that these applications talk to me. And then I happen to go in and then talk to all these applications. You get the idea. So, what happens when one of these applications screws up? And then that causes, like if this application screws up, that causes this one to start failing. And it causes this one to start failing because if they're calling processes that call this other backend, and then this one start failing. So, who are these guys going to go talk to when something goes wrong? Is it the backend? No. They all yell at me. They go, Nova, your application is having problems. Your application is down. Go fix your application. And you know what I learned very quickly? What happens if the middle dot screws up? Does the whole program explode? It might as well. Also, hey, Willard, welcome in. How you doing? And hey, Leaf, I don't think I missed you. Yeah. Because if my application goes down, everything screws up. We have a whole fucking blackout right here. Yeah, that's what happens. But guess who gets yelled at whenever, like, this one has a problem? Yeah, it's me. So then I have to go and I have to yell at these guys. Be like, yo, go pay attention to your application. I'm the one getting heat. And then, as what happens today, Monday, I have to be there present whenever I have to be the one to hold the meeting, to call up a meeting, to bring this guy in, this guy in, this guy in, and this guy in. And then I essentially have to play mediator. To be like, yo, you're having a problem here. Go fix it. And they're like, okay, fix it. We're going to fix it. Okay, we fixed it. Okay, now you guys go and test your fix in production. And they're like, oh, okay, got it. We're done. So, all that to say that, Looney, when you're annoyed, you learn very quickly when you're in this position, don't worry about things beyond your control. So you get yelled at, because I've been working on this app for years now. So I know that when I've learned to recognize a lot of patterns. So when clients come to me to be like, hey, your application is having this error in production, I can just go, that's not my problem. That is this application's problem. And then I just immediately go to him. I'm the guy between the users and networking. Oh my God, you're actually talking to like actual users. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I think your life sounds way more stressful than mine. There was one time I had to go deal with a personal request from the CEO of the company, which, was not fun, but the problem comes when the people in upper management think that your application think that this application is responsible for this function and this function and this function. And then you have to sit down and tell them that they don't know what they're talking about when they try to tell you that you're not taking a problem seriously. So, yeah, that's always fun. But if you want to know the intricacies of that story, then maybe one day I will recount the David and Goliath story. But for those who know me, who have been around for a while and know the Goliath story, then yeah, that's what it was. The cliff notes of that story was that I had to go fight with somebody like 3 steps under the CEO of the company because they kept trying to tell me what my application did, even though he's only been there for like half a year. Ah, man. You know, being on the inside of a big old corporation, I can tell you that not everyone, that the workers there are just people like you and me. They're just trying to earn a paycheck just like everybody else. But man, sometimes you really come across those corporate heads that really just they just want to look good in front of the boss. They want to look like they're taking command and control of things. But yeah, the vast majority of the people that I work with are very calm and laid back people. They understand the problem. They understand that it's not like they would rather just solve a problem than point fingers. Because most of us are there just to get a paycheck. Totally get it. But man, every now and then you get that reminder. It's like, oh wait, yeah, some people really are like that. Some people fit the faceless, soulless corporate stereotype down to a T. But RPG Maker is fun. RPG Maker is a lot of fun. And also, I'm insane. Because, yeah, like, I code for a living, and then I go home and I code for a hobby. Yeah. Grass? What's that? Anyway, let me just go ahead and make the post right here in the itch.io page, because I forgot to do that. But that's all right, yeah, because that's fine. Like, it's the preamble, right? No one on itch.io cares about the preamble. No one cares about the app. In fact, they're probably surprised that I'm even streaming right now. Actually, you know what? Probably not, because that implies that they would even keep track of my schedule. And, you know, who has time for that, right? Okay, so the games that we have today. We have 2 today. And, you know, considering how we've already gotten a late start, who knows how far I can get with these other ones. So let us go ahead and start this one, because this one actually finished in a pretty short amount of time. So the first game that we have is actually going to be a game. So first off, how many of you guys know about you probably know about them. How many of you all play card games? How many of you all enjoy card games? How many of you all enjoy roguelikes? What if I told you that there was a game out there that was both a card game and a roguelike? People of the chat, I humbly present to you Pentacle Abyss. Now, first off, as a judge, I absolutely appreciate the fact that you're putting your credits on the title screen of the game. Because I'm like, you know what? That saves us the trouble of going in and finding them. Because fun fact, you were asked in the submission guidelines to submit a credits list. So, if you didn't have it, you really need to have it somewhere. Some games didn't bother adding a credit scene at the very end of their game, which already sucks. But some people didn't bother crediting anything whatsoever. And that really sucks. Like, even some of the troll games that I played put in credits. I'm like, come on guys, you cannot drop the ball on this. We live in an age of generative AI, which is built on theft. Crediting your games is crediting the resources that you're using is the bare minimum that you need to do at this day and age, at this point. So, while I appreciate, there are stranger places to put credits, but hey, I just appreciate you just front loading the credits, being like, yo, this is what we have here. Okay. Yeah, and here's the other weird things, like, you don't need always dash. Yeah, also take the time to take out some of your, some of the commands in your option settings that you don't need. But hey, we can go for it. Pentacle Abyss. You are finally awake, Necromancer. Your greed and lust for power has finally brought you here, right where you belong. Who are you? I am Charon. Charon? Or Karin? I can't remember how SMT4 pronounced that. Karin. I'm going to call him Karin. The ferryman of the underworld. I carry the souls of the damned across the rivers Acheron and Styx, which separate the world of the living and the dead. Where am I? Look around you. You are at the underworld. You are dead. But it seems you are in good company. Every demon, every tormented soul you once imprisoned and enslaved to fight for you reside here. And they are eager to meet you. Silence, ghoul. Choose your words carefully here in the underworld, necromancer, for they do have power, and you may not like what will come your way if you say the wrong thing. Acheron is my cat's name. We pronounce it Acheron. Man, I hate English. I say this as my native language. I hate English. I wish letters just sounded the way they were. They were pronounced. But yeah. What do you want? In order to carry the souls across the rivers, I ask for one thing. A coin, which has to be placed atop your corpse at your funeral. It seems you don't have any coin, though. No one in life to make a proper burial ceremony for you, so you will have to gamble. I may carry you across the rivers, necromancer, but you will be bound to bring me something in return, and I will be bound to turn Discord on streamer mode real quick. About to say, you guys posting in the shitpost channel as we're streaming? What is wrong with some of y'all? Also, some of y'all need help. Like, I'm not too active in the shitpost channel, but I check it out every now and then. Man, some of y'all need help. I would say y'all need Jesus, but I think Jesus is looking at you and be like, nah, I ain't touching that. On my dad's name, I ain't touching that shit. Zeke. I wasn't talking to you, man. I wasn't talking to you. I know, right? The word Q is just the letter Q and 4 silent. Ugh, don't remind me. Don't remind me. Ah. Anyway. I may carry you across the rivers, necromancer, but you will be bound to bring me something in return. A feather from the wings of a fallen angel. The feather is sealed in a chest at the bottom of hell, and to retrieve it, you must acquire the key from the 4 demon lords. You know, I had to be a smartass and do something. I know. If the roles were reversed, I would do the exact same thing. You will need to make use of an arcane deck in order to imprison the demonic powers and use them at your will, just as you did in life. I can give you a deck so you can complete your task. Who will lead your attacks? Andromalius, who punishes those that do evil? Furus, the cruel pyromancer, or Ose, the shapeshifter. So, hang on, let me pull up my notes here, because when I first saw these sketches, and I saw like the obvious like graphic difference between like Ose and this one, I was like, wait a minute, where did this guy get his art from? Because clearly this is not drawn. And that's when I learned that, boy, I need to get myself some culture. Because this is from the Dictionnaire Infernal. I was like, yeah, alright, cool. I like seeing this stuff. I like seeing you guys go into... I mean, I don't know how less or how known the Dictionnaire Infernal is, but I really... Which is in the public domain, by the way, so this is perfectly fine to use. So... I love to see these kind of, like, drawing inspiration from a bunch of, I don't want to say more obscure mythologies, but yeah, draw from older works. And, you know, every year new stuff gets into the public domain. So if you're looking for inspiration, you know, look no further than the public domain. back gonna lurk? Alright, no problem, Kevin. Welcome back. So, for the devs, if they're watching this, the thing is, I have zero idea what these cards even do. Because you give us the symbols, which is great, for a second playthrough. So, sword 2, shield 1 red drop, and then 1 plus 2, I don't know what that is, 1 red drop, and then 1 plus 1 red drop. So, after you beat the game, you'll learn that, okay, this is just populating half of your starting deck with these cards. These are... Hey, am I there? Am I there? Oh, that was weird. Something happened, and for a second, a little skip. Yeah. I don't know what happened there, but I think I banged the wire, and it shook it loose in my laptop for a second. So I saw the game audio come out straight up out of my laptop, and instead of my headphones. All right, that was weird. Anyway, so this is one of those weird situations where it's just like, I'm always torn. I'm torn on this because on one hand, I like to know I like to make as informed a decision as possible. But on the other hand, you are giving me, you're not tutorializing anything, because I have no idea what kind of choices I'm making here. But this kind of lack of front-loading information to the player is good for repeat playthroughs. And to be clear, a game like this benefits from repeat playthroughs. This is a roguelike after all. There should be a confirmation screen with descriptions. Actually, you know what? Let me check this out. I forgot if there was one. No, there was not. Crap. All right. Well, I guess for the devs' knowledge, I accidentally picked the card that I picked when I played, when I was judging. So now we have the same problem here. 1 plus 1, and then 1 blood drop. 5 times whatever, and then infinity blood drops, and then 4, and then some weird arcane shield, and then 1 blood drop. Who knows? Who knows what any of that is for? This would probably have been better off served as a basic questionnaire. Be like, hey, do you like going all out on offense? Do you like a balanced offense or defense approach, or whatever? Just give us a quick description of what each card does, and then have you choose from that, rather than just choosing the card. Because on repeat playthroughs, you're already going to know what these cards do, right? So why not? Or, better yet, because we're about to have a tutorial fight, just have a little bit of just have your tutorial deck with all 3 of these cards at once. And then you get to play around with them yourself. And then afterwards, when you start on your real quest, then you get to pick an offense and a defense card. But those are just some ideas. Because the problem that we're facing here is that you have no idea what you're getting into. So, I believe on my playthrough, when I play this, I picked this one, Cameo Sight. Because again, I don't really know. Now, to be fair, I feel like these descriptions kind of do that. Be like Wild Dove who arms towers, whatever that is. Malthus the builder of houses and towers, or Cameo the always observant. I read this as, hey, are you going to be more of an evasive style character? Because, again, I have no idea how the mechanics work in this game yet. Remember, as a judge, we are not taking what you have on the game page into account. So if you have a tutorial or a basic context setting on the game page, that is not factored in here. If your game will not explain it, as far as we're concerned, it doesn't exist. So, in the interest of trying something different, actually, because I think I know what all these cards do, but because I think I got all of these when I was playing them. So I'm going to do Halphus. Hell is not an easy place. Even with my help, you will need to be always sharp and attentive. Before I'm sure you are the best choice for this task, I shall test you in combat. If you lose, your soul will join the many others lost in the river. What? Why would I be the best choice or not? This is basically a random task that you're giving me as a chance to redeem myself. I mean, I get that the game needs a tutorial battle, but the context is kind of weak for this. Because you're implying that if I'm not the best choice for the task, that implies that that I'm within a pool of candidates that could be going for this task, and that was not the impression that I got here. But alright, sure. Let's go. Battle. As I mentioned before, the rules are different here in the underworld. Do you want me to explain them to you? Let's do that, just for everybody else's sake. Your deck is mainly comprised of attack and skill cards. Attack cards deal damage to the enemies, while skill cards are special effects, are special abilities, which can be used to block incoming damage, draw more cards, and many other effects. Your deck may also contain other special cards, such as status and curse cards, which undermine your deck and may cause you harm. In order to play cards, you must either sacrifice or exorcise other cards, depending on the cost. Cards that are sacrificed are temporarily removed from play, but return to cycle when your draw pile reaches 0 cards. Cards that exorcised are removed from this combat cycle. That is, unless you figure out a way to bring them back. So yeah, this is the sacrifice pile, this is the exorcism pile, which I do appreciate that they're color-coded. But, actually, you know what? This is a gameplay problem, so let's do this right now. Let's see. I'm kind of ashamed that I didn't do this when I played, but again, not everybody is as psychotic about accessibility as I am now. So let me just check this really quick. So for those that are new here, whenever I see a gameplay function relying on colors, I like to put it through the colorblind filter. Because if you're colorblind, then you will not be able to tell the difference between a sacrifice and an exorcism. Yeah, that's a problem. The quickest and dirty... Hey, Riggy, welcome in. Hey, guys. Hey, Raiders, how y'all doing? Yeah, oof. Yeah, so this is the quickest and dirtiest way to tell the difference between the two. And this is a real problem because you need... Ohia yourself, Wrath. So this is a real big problem because if you can't tell the difference between a sacrifice and an exorcism, you might throw out your cards expecting to get them back, but you won't. Now that seems pretty obvious. All right, that difference is also pretty obvious. Hey, that was also pretty obvious. Always use shapes instead of colors? Yes. That is the easiest way to make sure that people will be able to tell the difference. But yeah. So with the 3 different visual impairments, yeah, we can still see a difference between the two, but you still have to look at it through grayscale, in my opinion. Also, you'll notice that in grayscale, the yellow symbol just all but disappears on the blue background. What's this, mock-ups? Oh, it's not mock-ups. We're running this through a colorblind filter because there are 2 different ways. This is a card game that we're playing right now, and there are 2 different ways you can spend cards. You can sacrifice them, which puts them in the sacrifice pile. And so you'll get those cards back at the end of once you draw your entire deck. Or you exorcised, which you won't get them back. So we need to know, players need to be able to tell the difference visually. And if you're relying on color to differentiate the two, then I think you have to put them through the colorblind filter to make sure. Because, yeah, 52 card Decker with red and black colors with shapes. Yeah. Hey, Centauriu, how you doing? But yeah, that is, you got to think about that. So, remove the droplets, and just replace them with crosses or something for exorcism. You can change. You can decide whatever shape you want, but the idea is that you can't just rely on color. Okay. You can check your enemy's intentions in battle by observing the statuses around them. They will also show important information, such as their health, block, and other effects. The battle comes to an end when either your enemies or your own health reaches 0. So yeah, I'm assuming this is, this is what their intentions are. Yeah. I believe this covers most of what you need to make it through the underworld. There are many other secrets lurking in the dark, but you will find them when the time is right. It is your turn now. Alright, so here we go. Now, luckily, right now, we don't have to worry about exorcism at all. Also, if the card gets destroyed, it's a good visual. Well, I think you're going to see it go into the pile over here. Because, yeah, here's the sacrifice pile. Wait. I forgot. You guys can't see. Hang on. I'm covering the important information. Hang on. Where is... Yeah, there I am. Yeah, so here's the sacrifice pile right there. You know, this soy jack was such a good idea because now I can point to things that you guys may not see. So here's the sacrifice pile, and then here's the exorcism pile. Yeah. Pay no attention to the fact that I have no legs. Okay, Malphus the Messenger. Deal 2 damage, gain 1 block. So yeah, this is both offensive and defensive, and I appreciate that. Gain 1 block. All Halfus gain 1 block each time. Okay. So, let's do some damage. And now I have to choose a card to sacrifice. There we go. And then damage. And because I cannot sacrifice a card, I can't play that, so that's the end of my turn. Okay, moving on. Back to some more. And then just throw out your attacks. Defend and buffing. That's always fun. Now we just have to spend longer. Whoops, I need to do that. But alright, fine. So I gain 5. I have 5 block now. Which, block is basically temporary hit points. There you go. So I'm just going to keep on attacking. Cool, more blocking. I don't think blocking is really going to give us much help here because, well, my options are very limited right now. So, whoops, I didn't even mean to do that. Fine, whatever. I'll just end my turn. So you can probably put blocking in in the next set and just have him like do less damage. Yeah, and then just attack, and attack one more time. All right, one more turn, and then I'll do it. What you got? Or you can just block, and then we'll just take another turn getting all this. So admittedly, while I enjoy you truly want it to be. Was the soundtrack just the basic RTP game over because the devs never expected us to actually lose? Dang, dude, those were some sound effects. Yeah. Okay, well, let me try building a deck again. Okay, let me try a different deck. Let's see. Who will lead your attacks? Cruel Pyromancer. Yeah, let's do that for this player. And let's do Halphus. Alright, let's go. Now we got it. Okay, deal 1 damage, deal 2 damage every use. Oh, okay. Oh, we won. Oh, these are busted. These are super busted. I remember how this works. Maybe I'll get to that later. But yeah, maybe I'll get to showing you guys how those skills are. But yeah, need it. Wait, what? Deal +2 damage every use. Hello, that didn't work. Ah, there we go. 6. Yeah, that made more sense. Huh. Okay, but let's go on the defensive now. Defend buff. Okay. That's still 6. That is definitely not behaving the way I said it was. There we go. Yeah. Long battles are, like, the key to winning this game is to drag out the battle as long as possible. Because once you have cards that gain extra points for every use, you're going to be untouchable. Take this and go on. Don't forget your soul is at stake. You receive Karen's blessing. A few last words of advice. You should always check your enemy's intentions and prepare your strategy accordingly. And remember, although you might be tempted, adding cards to your deck is not always the wisest choice. Removing weak cards and fine-tuning your best ones might make you stronger than overfilling your deck with bad cards. Debatable. Though I like his use of the word might there, because you're going to find as we go along that this game offers a lot of adaptability due to the nature of certain cards. But hey, that's the fun part about these deck building games, right? So let's go check out the shop. Okay, deal 8 damage to all enemies, +2 damage to every fire card. That's pretty good. Get another Malphus. Alright. All Malphus gain 1 block each time. Okay. Ooh! Murmur. Resurrect 1 card from your exercise pile. Okay, now I know that, I mean, yeah, this is a roguelike, which means that no 2 runs are going to be the same. But I know for a fact that I never came across Murmur my first time through. So, you know what? I'm curious. Let's try this. And also, hey, for the devs that are just watching this for the first time, this is not a live judging session. I forgot to make that disclaimer at the start. Every game that I'm playing on these highlights are games that I've already played and I've already judged, which means that if there are some problems that I've come across, or if we come across like a game-breaking bug, don't worry, that's not going to affect your score in any way. Except if we come across an instance where you are found out to be breaking the rules. So, yeah. Okay, yeah. What will you do? Move on. HP fully recovered. We have been waiting for you, maggot. Come closer to us. It's been a while since we've been watching you, meddling with powers you do not comprehend, imprisoning others to your own will. Lust for power is one of the most common traps for humans like you, and it is what the weak most desire. But such is the way of life. The weak are at the disposal of the strong. Tell us, Necromancer, do you think it is right to dominate others to your will? So, this is an interesting moral choice here. And when I say interesting, I mean, why? So, when you come across choices, like moral choices like this, like philosophical questions, I try to look at it from the position of, like, it feels like there's no one right answer here. It's like, yes, like, do you want the order? Like, do you want the law? Do you want the chaos? Do you, or are you a coward? You know? But remember the words that Karen gave us. We're here because we were a monster in real life. So we're dead, and now we're making our way to the afterlife. What kind of reason would I want to, like, why would I say everyone has free will? When I was clearly a slaver, like a monster. I subjugated others. I'm just trying to think of it, like, when I went through this, I felt very disconnected from the character that I was playing as. Because I was like, what, like, why would dying change his, why would dying change my necromancer's opinions? It seems a bit weird to me. So, for what it's worth, I chose everyone has free will my first time. So this time, I'm gonna be a coward. I'm just gonna say, I don't know. I will eat this maggot right away. Wait a bit longer. You will feast later. Sorry, brother. I could not resist. Save the best for later. We still have questions, but we can play with it. Few things are as despicable as one incapable of thinking and deciding for oneself. If you are not capable of reaching for an answer yourself, you are a waste of time and space and deserve to be eaten. Now tell us, what is the source of your power? Well, who knows? Again, the people I love, I would kill and die for my loved ones. I'm pretty sure. Actually, I don't remember what I chose here. It was either this one or this one. I think it was my purpose in life. So, you know what? Alright, let's do this. Ambition to get what I deserve. If I want something, nothing can stand in my way. Which is why I was a coward the last choice. I'm beginning to like this one. Maybe we can keep it, like a puppy. Or snack. We can eat it, bit by bit. There is no rush. If you truly desire power, you have to stop at nothing to achieve it. You are correct. The weak are not worthy. You are an interesting figure, Necromancer. One last question. If you were a king, what would your first order be? Now, listen, I know I said that I won't let anything stand in my way. But all I really wanted was power. Like, I have no idea what I'm going to do once I get power, so I haven't thought about it. You have no right to bear consciousness, nor free will, Necromancer, for you make no use of them. You are food. There is only one bite left. Who will want it? Give it to me. You are too slow. It will be mine. Oh! Oh, I took damage from that. Ah, okay. So you have to survive. So there are actual correct choices. Interesting. Well, this sucks because I have no way of restoring my health. Alrighty then. So I guess we can start off with defense. We gotta load up on that defense. Because, yeah. Alright, what you gonna do? Alright, good stuff. Oi! You went 4 times. That's not fair. But yeah, this is what I mean when it says, like, hey, there are things that you can do, right? Because we have wound cards now. And you can use wound cards as sacrifices. That's what I mean when I say this game gives you some adaptability options. Okay, deal 1 damage. Oh yeah, I have to kill like I have to kill like 4 of these things. Whoops. Alright, fine. Whatever. Yeah, we'll get rid of the wound. And then we're gonna use Bless. Give me the rest of the cards. And then load up on some more defense. I'm gonna get attacked several times here, so think I'm gonna play defensively my first couple of games. First couple of rounds. Yeah. Yeah, you're defending everyone, aren't you? Okay, so one thing at a time, I guess. Okay. I have 10 blocks, so I think I'm good now. So, deal 1 damage. We're going for that frog first. It's a shame that I have no idea what that frog's health is. Because it's getting blocked. That's a little jank. Man, I'm getting hit 4 times? Fair. Alright, so 6 damage. Sacrifice a wound. Resurrect 1 card from exercise pile. There we go. And then I guess just one of my offices. Yeah. Alright, and then attack. Then load up on some more defense. That's a dead frog. I can hit the spider as well. I can hit the body? Maybe I should hit the body. Let me just hit the body and just see what happens there. I can't remember how I handled this my first time through, so I'm just going to play around at this point. Ooh, wow. Oh, nope. Oh, that looks weird. Oh, that looks super weird. Oh, man. It's cool, though. Just floating heads. Floating heads. Oh, that's... Once a worm, always a worm. Should not be like that, I don't think. Well, hey, the rules of the underworld are a little different. As the game never tires of telling me. Body should have more HP but kills all heads. Kind of makes me wonder what I did the first time. I honestly don't remember. But hey, I don't think I actually got a game over my first time through. Which is weird, because, yeah, like, we all know how shit I am in these games. But, hey. Let's do Malthus. Let's just showcase all the different cards while we're doing this, you know? And yeah, we have to do the tutorial again. Yeah. Okay. Deal 1 damage. Add 1 damage to every Ose Claw. That does not synergize very well. But hey, this one. This card discards every card in your hand, and then you gain 2 block for every card that you threw out. Which is pretty good. But hey, we can use Ose's Claw here. Should be 2. Ow. 3. 4. What? 3 again? Oh, shit. I'm dumb. Well then. Are you going to attack? I see an attack and then an 8. Alright. But you know what? Let me just go defensive here. Just throw everything out. Ooh. That was a lot. Okay, 5. Okay, so you're gonna gain. Oh, that. Okay, you're gonna gain 5. Yeah. I'm just gonna go nuts with it. Yeah. And then defend. Okay. And then you're gonna attack and you're gonna do 11 damage. I think I can kill him before that happens. Dead. Dead. Okay, cool. So, let us see what we can do here. Pact. Buy. Okay, save. Heal. I don't know if I like that. That's an exercise. I have to exercise cards to do that. I don't know if I want to do that. Deal 5 damage. Gain 20 gold. Not very useful. The 5 damage is useful, but nothing else is. Okay. Yeah, this one I really like. Yeah. Gain 4, draw 1. Yeah, we're going to keep with that. Alright. Let's try this again. And this time, I guess we have to put in correct answers. Alright. Everyone has free will. Let's do this. You are pathetic, Necromancer. What about enslaving our kin to work for you? Were you respecting their free will? We expected more from you, vermin. Now tell us, what is the source of your power? I'm just going to make the choices that I remember picking here. My purpose in life, it gives me strength to fight for what I believe. What you think is your strongest feature is actually your worst weakness. It is no surprise you ended up dead. What would your first order be? To make alliances with neighboring countries. Only to have them backstab you in a moment of weakness, for weak is what you are. Sad to see you still rely on others to take control over your life. Where were your allies when you needed a gold coin? Maybe you are just food. The first bite is mine. Leave the guts for me. And I took damage from that after all. Okay, that's fine. So, draw 3, exercise. Let's do that. And now, I gain a bunch of block. 12 block, just like that. By just throwing everything out. Alright, what you got? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay. Let's go for the frog. Because I don't think these heads do anything different. They just do attack and then buff, attack and buff, attack and buff. Whoops. Eat that. And then eat that. Do I want to go ahead and do this? Yeah, why not, right? Just gain a couple more. Blocks. Yeah. Ooh. That was... Ouch. Okay. Alright, next up. Ooh, we only have one attack this time. Yeah, let's do that. Draw one card. That's a dead frog. Alright, right back where we started. Oh, I don't think I'm going to survive this round. Alright, cool. Let's just do it. Wait. Gain 4 block in the draw card. Yeah, Cameo was like the GOAT whenever I played. I remember. Sacrifice a wound. And then... let's go for block this time. I gotta build on my block because I'm about to die. Alright, now they're going to attack me with everything I have, so I'm just gonna go crazy with the block again. Can I survive? Here's the question. Wow, I actually survived that. Alright, go for the man. But I won't be able to do that for much longer. Yeah, you are going to... yeah, you're gonna kill me. I think I've lost. So I'm just gonna go for damage. As much damage as I can. Go for the spike. Okay. I'm going to do this one more time, and this time I'm going to make the same choice that I made my first time through. So I picked Andromalius, and then I picked Cameo for defense. Alright, so, because I like, I didn't know this at the time, because obviously I didn't have the, I didn't have any idea what this card did, but I picked a pretty winning combination, you know? Andromalius, and, both of these cards, I get block every time I play a card, so, yeah, I'm holding up pretty well in terms of defense. There you go. So now you're going to attack me for 8 damage. I can tank that. Yep. So yeah, if you once you run out of cards in your deck, right here, then your sacrifice pile basically just gets reshuffled, and then you draw again. So yeah, easy mode. I got this. That's not what I wanted. Alright, sure. Yep. Alright, let's see what we can do here. What will you give me? Osei? No. Aha. Yeah, aim volcano. Ooh, that's a good one. Stun all enemies or exercise. Aim volcano. Yeah, let's do that. Deal 8 damage to all enemies. 2+2 damage for every fire card. But actually, is that 8 or is that 0? I think that's a problem with the, that's a problem with this font here. Copy 0. Oh, that's 0. Deals 0 damage to all enemies. +2 damage for every fire card. Well, I don't really know what's a fire card, to be honest. Because, yeah, none of this looks like a fire card, so... might as well. Exercise. Yeah, if nothing else, we could use a stun. Alright, let's go. Everyone's free will. My purpose in life. The death of all who oppose me. With our powers, even a worm like you can turn rains to ashes, Necromancer. And I would love to see it. But first, you must prove yourself worthy not only with words, but in combat as well. Yeah, alright, I got you. Okay, draw 3 exercise. Be taking that. Stun all enemies. I don't really think we need to do that. Let's just start by damage. Frog. Yeah, we don't need that. Deal 1 damage to all enemies. Plus 2 damage to every fire card. Oh, 2 damage to every fire card. I don't really get this, because now we have a disconnect here. So we have 3 and then plus 2, which implies 5, but this says 1 damage. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what this does. Yeah, it's just 1 damage. Well, give me some more block, because I need that. Didn't even touch me. Didn't even touch me. Man, I'm good. Okay. I don't need this thing just yet. Deal 1 damage to all enemies. 2 to every fire card. Yeah, I don't have a fire card. Which sucks. Well, fine. Just hits it hits everyone, right? So. Okay. How did I get a wound? I didn't even, like, you didn't even hit my HP. That's weird. But alright, whatever. More fodder to sacrifice. And then, yeah, let's get some block. And that's, yeah, not one. I could probably exercise the wounds. That would be kind of cool. But let's go for a little damage right now. Yeah. And then just build up my defense. And then damage. Would be nice to know what I'm actually damaging, but... Or rather, the health, but I guess that's optional here. But hey, look at all that block I got. I will be just fine. Or maybe not. Interesting. Wow, this is the worst one I think this is the worst run I've done yet. Even though I picked the exact same combination that I had at the very beginning. Kind of makes me wonder what I was missing. Sacrifice 2 wounds. Just to get a leg up on some of this damage. Alright, what you got for me? Damn, I'm sucking. I'm sucking really bad at this. I'm just gonna pick the same group that I picked before. And now I have to beat the tutorial again. High difficulty. I'm chalking this up to roguelike because, again, I beat this game first try when I did this. I know it sounds like I'm trying to be a tough guy, but I really did beat this first try. So it's interesting to me that I'm struggling now, especially when I picked the same starting cards as before. Just trying to figure out what's different between this run and the last run. But that is the nature of roguelikes, you know? Every run's going to be a little different. Whoops. Oh, well. I could use more defense anyway. But hey, maybe that's why you didn't have a bunch of different descriptions for every card that you get, because maybe the dev was expecting you to get the game over screen often, like this. Who knows? Yeah, it'll be alright. And you're dead. There you go. So, packed. What are my options now? Pick 3 cards from your deck. I don't really need that. Heal 0 HP. Heal 1 HP each time. That's not worth it because I have to exercise cards. Deal 2 damage, gain 1 block. Great. Another copy of the card that we already have. Alright. Let's see how this works out. Okay, draw 3 cards. No, I don't need that right now. Oh, whoops, I could have attacked. Whatever. Okay. Eat this frog. Which I somehow got a wound, even though I never got hit. But alright, sure. Alright, now you're gonna attack. So maybe I should just go crazy with defense this time. Well, don't need that wound. Okay. Yeah, why not? Alright, go. That's what I thought. Now you're gonna defend this turn, but I don't have a lot of offensive cards here. So I guess I can just go crazy with defense on my own. There we go. Attack. Okay. And again, I'm just stuck with defense. Alright. That's a dead frog. See, I'm doing better this time. Okay, you're gonna hit me pretty hard next turn. So, try that. We're gonna spend more defense this time. have no more offense cards. Alright. There we go. Okay, so these guys' attack gets stronger every turn. Just confirming that, so sadly, it means a drawn-out battle is not really appropriate here. Unfortunately, for the setup that we have, we kind of have to do that. Yeah, we're gonna get demolished. Either next turn or the turn after that. Yeah, alright. Interesting. Why am I getting stuck here? Alright, we're going to give this one more shot, and then we're going to move on to the other game that we had in store. So, this, like I mentioned at the start of this, you want to have cards that add on to every... that add on more damage the more you play them. So, we're going to go with that. Go. That's one. There we go. That's another one. And, yeah. Ow. It's alright. You're just going to deal more damage. That is not more damage. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Not sure what was going on with that. Yeah, very well. Alright, this time we definitely have to win. There's no way that we're not going to win. No way. Alright, Barris Touch, deal 5 damage. Lose 1 HP, you gain 10 block, gain 5 block each time. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Gain 0 block, all Halfas gain 1 block each time. Nah, that's not going to be... I don't know how useful that's going to be. Lose 1 HP, gain 10 block. I think the 5 damage is going to be a good one. And then... Yeah, we're going to go all or nothing at this point. We're going in crazy. Alright, we got this. We got this. Yo, howdy Nova. I recognize this card game plugin. Good stuff. Welcome in, Narcotis. How you doing? So, game 3, draw 3 exercise. Let's just go ahead and do that, because why not? Alright, this time, what do you say we go for the body? I don't expect there to be any major differences, but hey. Deal 5 damage. Yeah, we're gonna lose... Okay, lose 1 HP, gain 10 block. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. 1 HP, but 10 block. And then next time it'll be 15 block. This looks creepy. It is creepy. If only I could show you guys more than just the first boss. Alright. Boom. That is definitely not... Yeah, something's weird with this damage add-on. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Well, yeah. But hey, we're going to continuously build up more damage, which means that every time we use... Yep, there we go. We don't need that right now. Gain 4 block, draw 1. I want that. I don't think we need Bear's Touch right now. Let's just go ahead and have... Oh, crap. I should have... Oh, well, whatever. No. That's not... There we go. Bruh. Okay, lose 1 HP and then gain 15 block, right? That's what I'm gonna get? Yes, 15 block. Alright, gain 4 block, draw 1. Sure, I'll take that. Okay. Now we're... Oh, I guess we're gonna kill the man first. Because why not? Yeah, that's weird. This definitely should not be happening. Okay. Look at that. Death. See? Told you. Y'all didn't believe me. Y'all didn't believe me when I said you needed to use cards that had stacking effects. Because that's how you win this game. And then just overwhelm them with damage. Sure wish I knew how much damage I did there, but alright, whatever. Look at that, 27 block. That's crazy. Yeah, sure. Boom. You got it now? Yeah. Which is hilarious, because this is not the card combo that I had when I first played. Which leads me to think that there was one card that I picked up from the shop that really helped me carry this game. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, I remember there was an AoE card that I used. And that's what... Yeah, that was 10 damage. Why did I do 10 damage with the card that said did 5 damage? Huh. That's weird. How could you? Your actions speak louder than your idiotic words. You will learn to regret your lack of ambition. You won't fare much longer. You received Baal's curse. Leave us. Okay, Pact. And here's one problem that I have with this. So Baal's curse is a innate permanent. It only weakens your deck. You can just pay 50 gold and get rid of it. You have 0 downside. I was like, oh, okay. Fine. Okay. Bane Spirits. That's a good one. Hate it when I get a Baal's curse. I know, right? Curse your balls. Deal 4 times 3 damage to all enemies. I don't think that was the card that I had before, but yeah, that's a good one. Paimon Command. Draw to full hand. That's a good one, but oof. I don't know if I like the exorcism. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna do that. No, we're good. Okay, next up. It is not common for me to have company here, especially not the one of a scholar. You are a seeker of knowledge, are you not, necromancer? All your life, and even in death, you strive towards the mystical, the occult, and the esoteric. So tell me, what would you prefer? To live forever and have the knowledge of all things past, present, and future? Or to be reborn, but forget everything you have learned so far? Now fuck that. I would rather remain wise in hell than a fool on earth. Good. 'Tis only the first step in your journey, if you wish to master the knowledge of all things. What would you say should the most important trait of a leader? Well, that would be, obviously, charisma. Because you can't lead people if they don't want to listen to you. Yeah. A leader with charisma and without knowledge is not a leader. It is a puppet, and so are you. Yeah, fair enough. Knowledge of war is the fundamental key to survival, don't you agree? Being so, what is war based on? Deception. You are correct. The art of deception is the ultimate goal for knowledge of war. It is learning to use information you possess to confuse and mislead your enemies. Very well. Now I see your true self, Necromancer. There is no better way for a true strategist to prove their worth than to put it to the test in real combat. Let us see if you are wise enough. So, 40. Alright, and you start off with... Wait, are you starting off with blocking? Or... Oh, okay, you have to hit both. Okay. Blessing. Taking that, thank you. Lose 1 HP and gain 1 block. Sorry, gain 10 block. Yep. Alright, now we're just gonna start the damage. Start the damage train. Start the chain combos. Nah, you suck. You suck. Okay, deal 4 times 3 damage to all enemies. Yeah, alright. Deal 5 damage to gain 20 gold. Yeah, we're gonna... Ooh. Oh, this is Exorcism, though. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Alright, Vareth's Touch. That. We should have used Beard. Crap. Because we gotta keep building up that damage. That's alright. Again, would be nice if I knew exactly how much health that was, but whatever. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, we're just gonna go. We're gonna keep building up. Yeah. What do I use? Do I lose 1 HP and gain 15 block, or do I continue the damage chain? I have no idea how much health this guy has. So we're gonna go with the balance. 21 block. Yeah, good luck trying to get past that, buddy. A deck battler? Hey, Etrikia. Welcome in. How you doing? Yes, a deck game. Oh, it's a card game roguelike. Ah, there we go. Yeah. Okay, now and then you just keep using Beard, and then you just reap the benefits. And now, dealing 5 damage doesn't really do much, because except for that card is kind of useless, except for getting gold. Which, yeah, gold is a pretty good one, but is that really enough? 4 times 3 damage, yeah. There you go, and you're dead. Also, it's gold? I thought it was sigils. Turns out you had the best strategy after all. You may have won this battle, but you are no strategist. You won't be able to rely on pure luck much longer. I'm leaving for my flight in less than an hour, so not doing well with nerves. Oh, that sucks. Have you ever flown before? It gets easier the more that you do. Huh, I got another curse card. I remember either the spider or this guy giving me a blessing at this point. Interesting. Okay, Sabnak's Sword. Costs 5 damage, add 1 wound to deck. That's actually pretty good. Not gonna lie. Larage's Quiver. Add 2 Larage's arrow into hand. Those arrows are actually not that great. Stun all enemies. Nope. Sabnak's Sword. That's 5 damage. Yeah, so my battle strategy is actually just keep using Beard over and over and over again to just keep building up damage. So really, adding more stuff to this doesn't really help. Except maybe I can, oh yeah, right. So another thing, I like the adaptability of this game because the quiver gives me 2 arrows. Immediately 2 arrows, which I can probably use as sacrifice material to keep a combo going, to do more damage in 1 turn. I'm gonna get this one. And then I feel like this one does the same thing, but instead of 2 arrows, I get 1 wound. But wound doesn't really do anything for me. But maybe I can exorcise the wound. Okay. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to get it. YOLO at this point. I'm just going to have fun. I have flown before, which is the problem. A recent flight was supposed to be a 13-hour travel, turned into 26 hours of running delays, no food. Oh, dude, that sucks. Oh, man, yeah, I've never had that happen to me before, but... Ugh. Well, keep it going. Get lots of caffeine. And sugar. Mostly caffeine. Sugar will probably, like... If you had to, like, do, like, straight... Oh, no sleep? Yeah, okay, yeah, no sugar, because that crash is going to kill you. Yeah. A cute kitten appears before you. It seems to be playing with a few bugs on the ground, quite unaware of your presence. What will you do? You know, I played with it the first time, so let me try and ignore it. I don't have time for this. Hey, look, I'm actually talking. You turn yourself to leave, but the kitten runs up to you, purring and rubbing its body on your robes. What will you do? No, piss off. You get up, leaving the kitten to play with the string. The kitten stares at you. You are a tough one, Necromancer. Not much of a cat person, are you? Oh, but don't worry. I like it when my prey tries to make things difficult. It only makes the hunt all the more interesting. You are using the wrong face set there, buddy. You're using the face set on the first one. For the first boss. You are Karen's lackey, are you not? Fetching his trinkets like a good dog. And to what for? Just like sheep, you are being cornered and don't even realize it. I expected no less of you. Before I eat you, I have a question. Were you and your family being hunted? Ones are heavily wounded, others too weak to fend for themselves. What would you do? I would fight for everyone until my last breath. And what a wonderful death that would be. How I would love to rip your loved ones apart right in front of you while you merely watch, incapable of doing anything to stop it. You don't think like a hunter, Necromancer. You think like me. Well, too bad. Oh, whoops. I forgot about this one. Yeah, I think Curse, like, forces you to sacrifice another random card from your hand. But alright, sure. But hey, it's a single boss this time. Alright. Yeah, if you tried to sacrifice the Curse, it will throw away another card in your hand. Alright, well, give me them arrows. Okay, deal 2 damage, draw 1, exercise. Oh, wow, that's actually pretty good. Instead. Boom. But you know what? You can also use... you can also use the Curse to your advantage. Because if I use Lera's arrow... Oh, there we go. Gain 4. Yeah, gain 4 block, draw 1. Oh, well, alright. Ah, crap. Because, I mean, yeah, that lets me play cards. When I, like, if I had to sacrifice one card and I had that one card and the Curse in my hand, well, there's not much I can do about that. But I can play the card then. I wouldn't have been able to do that before. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of this one. I'm liking this one less and less. Alright. So let me use this one. Eat that. And then let me use Bane Spirits. Yeah. Yeah, see, I can use that now. Because I can't, like, this is, like, it's a double-edged sword. Because now, I would not have been able to play that card had I not had this Curse. Actually, isn't too bad. Okay, deal 2 damage, draw 1. Okay, and I got the quiver back. Thank you. That, and then build up more damage. Yeah. Deal 2 damage, draw a card. Yes! That's what I want to see. Alright, let me do that, and then deal 2 damage. Yes! And I can't do anything now. Rage pissing. Self-propulsion snow pen. Yeah. Okay. Deal Deal 3 damage, deal 2 damage every use. Boom. Okay, deal 4 to... wait, yeah, I'm gonna wait. That's 5 damage. There you go. Yeah, that's a problem. Alright, yeah, gain 4, draw 1. And then, yeah, okay. I'm gonna bless. Yeah, okay. Look at that. Look at how much block I have. This guy is done. But yeah, I mean, it's both the biggest strength and greatest weakness of roguelikes, because depending on the stuff beyond your control, you can completely break this game in half. Like what I'm doing right now. It's like now I'm not even thinking. I'm not even thinking about what cards to use. I'm not even paying attention to this guy's strategy. Because it's just like, well, yeah. Now that I can just keep throwing out damage, what's the point? And my damage gets stronger every time. And I'm basically untouchable at this point. There you go. Boom. But hey, some people like that. So do what you gotta do. And then I'm just gonna fish it off. Yeah, see? You may have bested me, Necromancer, but make no mistake, you are no better than those other fools. You are meat, and may this little gift always remind you this. And another curse. I'm not sure if it's just because of my choices, but I know I've gotten at least one extra blessing at this point. So I'm going to take a Malphas. Actually, you know what? I don't need Malphas. I've got my other cards. Okay, you can go. And then you can go. Yeah, I think we're good. Oh, I think this is it. This is the last boss. A terrible sense of dread engulfs you. You feel suffocated and nauseated. Your thoughts spiral out of control. Memories, trauma, and dreams all mix together and become as one. Now get out of here. You think of running, but your feet won't move. Your whole body won't move. You feel yourself weaker every second. The creature lifts its gigantic wing. The wind caused by the movement shakes mountains and kills thousands. The wind rushes upon you, throwing you off balance. Yeah, this is Slay the Spire, but spooky. I like it. I've never played Slay the Spire, so I've heard about it. I've seen some screenshots of it, but I've never actually played the thing myself. Nah, fuck that, I'm out. Your legs try harder to obey you, and you end up falling on the ground. Putrid earth comes in contact with your mouth, and yet your mind is taken over by chaos. Damn, that's cool. Yeah. Benny and I made a jam game using the same plugin. Really? Nice. I like to see that. The only other card RPGs that I've really gotten into were the Bat and Kaitos games, and those were sick. But yeah, and I guess does Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories count? It's a card game, but I don't know. That's the only Kingdom Hearts game I've ever played, by the way. Chain of Memories. The original one, the one on the Game Boy Advance. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out! I can't. Embrace chaos! You release yourself and chaos takes over what once was you. It is peaceful there. Slowly your thoughts begin to take shape once again. Chaos no longer distracts you, for it is now part of you. Your consciousness comes back to you in a jolt of electricity. It feels like everything in you has changed. The blinding light burns through your skin. Leviathan has noticed you. Ooh, chaos. I love that. Okay. Raja's Quiver. And then we're gonna get rid of that one. And then what? I should probably go after the... I should probably go after the eyes with less health. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can because my mouse was hovering over one of the targets. There you go. Ooh, there we go. That's perfect. Give me 10 block. And then try to sacrifice a curse. Can't do it. Okay. Do we want to do Bless? Let's do Bless, because why not? I lose nothing by doing that. Okay, now we have... Yeah. Yeah, I want that AoE. I really want that AoE. So let's do that. Yeah. Oh, that's what I like to see. Yeah, exercise the wound. I love that. I love that I can do that. Alright. 15 more block. Thank you. And then 4 more block, because why not, right? Why not more block? Okay. Deals 3 damage. Actually, wait. I think... Yeah. Eat that. Gotta go finish night prep. Have fun. No problem, Etrikia. Thank you so much for dropping by. I appreciate that. We're doing the top because that lets me do more damage. There we go. Quiver. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Just let me have more block because why not, you know? Not even hurting me. You're not even hurting me. Alright. Yeah! Alright. There goes more eyes. The power of beards. And that's why I still have my stubble. Correct. This is triggering trypophobia. Welcome in, Rhyme. How you doing? Yeah, we are fighting the embodiment of chaos. Turns out the embodiment of chaos is not that much of a threat. Especially if you're lucky enough to get some really good cards in the store. But yeah. Oh, and then 4 more block. And then, yep, sacrifice the wound. I love the concept of sacrificing wounds. There we go. And then we're done. You got nothing. You are tired, but your journey has finally come to an end. You have won. I did not think you would have come this far, Necromancer. It is truly impressive. Only one final step remains. If you have the keys, use them to unlock the chest. What do you mean, if I have the keys? This feather is not for me, Necromancer. It is for you. If your heart is lighter than this feather, I may take you across the river once again. What do you mean once again? I just arrived here. If it is not, you are bound to stay here forever. Is your heart light enough? Okay. I have no idea if it's possible to actually... Because I agreed with most of the demons this time. So I actually don't know if there's a different ending here. But hey, you guys can find that out for yourselves by playing it. A feat most impressive. You truly were meant to be. You are free to go. Do as you please. And that's it. That's the game. No credit sequence. Well, I mean, I was going to say no credit sequence because credits are right there, but no ending or aftermath. It's just straight back to the title screen. So that was Pentacle Abyss. And the great thing about games like this is that you guys may have seen the whole thing, but if you go and get the game yourself, you're going to get a very different experience, as you all have seen. You know, the presence of the store means that your deck is going to be different from mine, and they're all going to be valid. So yeah, that was a great game. I still stand by what I said earlier about the fact that without any real explanation for your starting cards, yeah, there's going to be problems because, like, I don't like not knowing what I'm getting into. The soundtrack maybe leaves something to be desired. Yep, and I remember noting that in my notes as well. It's like, this is a very good track, but it could be the best track in that was ever composed by mankind. And if that's all that's ever going to be played, that's going to get on your nerves over time. But yeah, like, this is a game all about boss fights, so it is kind of strange that that it's kind of weird. Yeah, it's kind of strange that you're not changing it. Also, you call this OST. I think we all need to remember what the O in OST stands for. Original soundtrack. But based on what you're seeing here, it sounds like this is actually just an asset pack. That's not original. That's an asset pack track that you have here. So let's all remember that O means original. You can't use OST if your music is not original to your game. That's just something to keep in mind. So, that being said, Pentacle Abyss, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed it, because I certainly did. Even more so because I still stand by my claim that I beat this my first try through. That was the first time that I have ever actually seen the game over screen. I genuinely wonder how many of you even believe me. But hey, it's true. Okay, you know, there was another game that I wanted to get through, but yeah, streaming makes Nova worse at games. I would love to see the person where streaming did not make them worse at games. I think that's impossible. I think that's a statistical impossibility that you can get better at games when you're streaming. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that. Oh, right. I forgot to include the link. Hang on. Pentacle Abyss. There you are. So, here you go. You guys can check this game out for yourself. So, if I want... You know what? It might be better if I actually didn't finish the next game, because then you guys would get frustrated and then go and get the game yourself. Because I would like you to do that. I don't really know, though. I don't really know if that's the best idea. But yeah, so Rhyme, now you know why I didn't stream these games when I was judging them. I wanted to get through the whole game as best as I could by focusing entirely on the game. So yeah, that's why I was... That's why I chose not to live stream the judging process. You guys see proof of that every time. Every time I open these games up, you see proof as to why it's a better idea for me to not stream them. You know what? No, I'm not going to play it, because I want to give these games the respect that they deserve, and I want to show off more of that game. So I can stick this on with the next game that I wanted to show off. So we're actually going to go ahead and cut it for today. I appreciate everybody dropping by, and I hope you guys go and give Pentacle Abyss a shot. Give it the love and care that it deserves. since you finished judging your portion this round, what are you going to stream next Friday? Are you going to take some from other judges? That's already been done. So yeah, no need to do that. I'm just waiting for the other judges to finish up. And once we do that, we will compile what we have, and then we will move on with the next round. So I appreciate you actually streaming today. I was so bored Monday. Yeah, well, sorry, John Erico, but yeah, when the big corpo boss is like, Nova, you need to come in. I know you're off office hours, but you need to come in and do something. You kind of have to do it. Yeah. And you know what I was doing? I told the story already, but save us, Nova. Pretty much, yeah. I told the story already, but when all I ended up doing was just sitting there watching while other people were doing work, and they just needed me around just to check logs. And I'm like, my guy, this is really dumb. Why did you not do this during office hours? But naturally, you can't really say that to somebody who can fire you on a whim. But it is what it is. Do you get paid for that too? Nope. I'm on salary, which means that they can call me in all they want, and I'm not going to get a cent more. I get the privilege of being able to keep my job. Yeah. Disgusting? Well, you should have streamed that. Wait, what? Should have streamed me doing my job? Yeah, no, not going to do that. But oh man, what was I going to say? I mean, it could have been a lot worse. Actually, I'm more used to getting, we would have watched that if Spite even Hype Train. But no, I'm actually used to getting called in at midnight or even 3 in the morning. So I guess this is better, ? But yeah. But I mean, when I get called in at midnight or 3 in the morning, it's usually because something actually did go wrong. But most of the time, it's because, as I already explained at the start of the stream, it's because a backend was having a problem, and they naturally have to come through me to fix it, because they're like, hey, your app is the one that's showing problems in production. I'm just like, fuck off! It's not my app! It's never my app! But I'm just grumbling, like usual, because grumbling lets out the frustration, and it makes you feel better. There needs to be more grumbling on the internet. There's not enough of that. Anyway, so who am I going to let it all out? Oh, yeah. No, I do that. That'd be great. Okay, so. We listen and don't judge, mostly. No, you really don't want me to start grumbling? Okay, well, you know what? We have a choice. Actually, we have a choice. Friday, we can do a couple more judges' highlights. I mean, I'm going to continue doing judges' highlights for a while, right? Because even without, even once the contest wraps up, I still want to call attention to some other entries. So we're going to be doing this for a while. But since we have a break in the action, I don't know if I want to do another stream of judges' highlights or spend Friday doing Pirate Yakuza sub-stories. So, you guys can have a vote here really quick if you want to, or you can vote on the Discord. Just make your voices heard on the Discord. Because I was deliberately holding off on Pirate Yakuza sub-stories because I wanted to do those on stream. Now, if you're not interested, that's perfectly fine. I won't take it personally, I promise. But if you guys would rather see more, I want Majima. Yeah. Treat yourself to Pirate Yakuza. By the way, I've been playing Like a Dragon, the first, and it became my favorite video game. Haven't beaten it yet. You mean Yakuza 1? Like the original Yakuza? Okay, hang on. You mean the original Yakuza or Yakuza Kiwami? Oh, Like a Dragon? Okay, so yeah, the game is Like a Dragon. Sorry, Yakuza : Like a Dragon. Yeah, I gotcha. But yeah, it is a treat. And John Erico, every other Yakuza game is just as good. Like, I call it the Yakuza series because, that's what it was known as before it got renamed, or, well, named back to Like a Dragon. But yeah, it was originally called the Yakuza games. But yeah, all right. Okay, so Friday we're going to do Pirate Yakuza sub-stories. Looking forward to that. And if you guys want some Majima, then yeah, you guys are going to get some Majima. But yeah, I don't know if it's so funny because Yakuza Like a Dragon almost wasn't almost wasn't a turn-based RPG. They actually made Yakuza Like a Dragon's combat system, the turn-based combat system, as an April Fool's joke. Wasn't that like an April Fool? Yeah, you got it. It started as an April Fool's joke, but the community response to that was bizarrely positive. They're like, actually, wait, no, I really want to see this. And so then the devs were like, okay, fine. I guess we'll just do turn-based combat. And it fits so well with Kasuga's character. Oh, man. I can gush about the Yakuza all day. But I imagine a lot of you guys are just like, whatever, nerd. Let's do some RPG Maker. But yeah. All right, so cool. That's what we're going to do then. Friday, we're going to do some Yakuza sub-stories. Some Pirate Yakuza sub-stories. All right, looking forward to that. Because I got to finish that up because I need to get to Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. And I told myself I wasn't going to do that until I finished up Pirate Yakuza. So I beat the game. I just need to do the sub-stories now. But yeah, it's you're going to enjoy it, John Erico. Yeah, you have some Trails games to finish too. I have some Trails games to start. I finished up Daybreak 1, and I haven't even started Daybreak 2 yet. I haven't even bought Daybreak 2. Yeah. Does Majima found One Piece at the end of the game? You'll have to play the game yourself to find out. I ain't telling you. But you're right, Zeke. I need to get through Daybreak 2. It's just a lot of things on the plate, man. A lot of things on the plate. And those, like, for a Trails game, you need to set aside a lot of time. Like, it's not one of those games that you can just play casually. Like, you need to set aside, like, a whole big block of time. Even for RPGs, like, Trails games are not small. So, I want to get... I was trying to wrap up some of the smaller games that I was doing, and then before I move on to the Trails. But yes, that is on the list. And I need to do that soon because the next game is going to come out this year. Yeah. Did I hear you say Clair Obscur? You did, in fact, hear me say Clair Obscur. I got it downloaded. I'm just waiting for... I just wanted to finish up Pirate Yakuza. Yeah. I have not started it yet, though, so no spoilers, please. Hell yeah, amazing game. That is what I've heard. In fact, it's been deafening, the amount of noise I've been hearing about this game. More so than most other games that came out in recent memory. But yeah. And I am nothing if not a guy who follows trends, I guess. So yeah, I'm definitely going in and gonna check out Clair Obscur later. I hear good things. I'm not an RPG guy. I'm surprised Like a Dragon hit such a happy spot in my brain. So I'm scared I'll hate Clair. Well, it depends on what you're interested in Like a Dragon. Like, is it the combat that you like in Like a Dragon? If so, that's kind of surprising. I'll admit, I like the turn-based combat, but it was more of the game's personality and Kasuga. That's what kept me going in Like a Dragon. Because Kasuga is probably, I don't want to say my favorite, but he is up there with one of my favorite RPG protagonists. Just because of his age. Like, he acts just like a typical JRPG protagonist, but mix that with the fact that he is a 40-year-old like guy who has been through hell and he still acts like that is like, yeah, okay. That hits different. Yeah. So, yeah, every time Kasuga opens his mouth, I'm just like, okay, I'm simping. I will simp for Kasuga every day, every hour of the week. Yeah. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to make you somebody else's problem now. So what do you say we go hang out with Hawk Zombie? Yeah, how about that? My favorite are the commercial sections. He's so lovable. He really is. He really is. Like, the game could be literally any type of gameplay style. And if Kasuga is the protagonist, I will be there day one. All right, so let's go raid Hawk Zombie. Looks like he's not doing any RPG Maker games either, but that's all right. But yeah, so I will see you guys on Friday, and we will have some fun with some Yakuza sub-stories. And if you have no idea how insane Yakuza sub-stories are, drop by on Friday. You will be in for a shock. All right. See you guys later on Friday. Goodbye.